Welcome to the Tomball Video Museum Series. Today we have a special treat. We have to fix this tricycle for the museum. One of the back wheels are broken. There's no more spokes. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. So the spokes have broken off this, and the wheel has come off of the hub, and I've been trying to figure out how to repair this without disassembling either the hub or the wheel. I made a proof of concept to show that my method would work for myself, so I would know how to fix this. So I've come up with a method. I've already made the spokes for it. These are out of mahogany, and I will show you how to make the spokes. I should have enough spokes to fit in here. And I will have to take this hub off to drill these out, to drill the old spokes out and replace them with new spokes. I'm going to have to color the spokes before I assemble them. The way that I figured that this would work is I drilled down into the hub farther, and then I slide the spoke down inside, right? And then that allows me enough room to put the tire on, and then I pull these back out into the tire. So there's enough play in here where I can get these back on. That way I can put the hub on and have a complete unit without breaking, cutting anything. And I believe that these tires were made from a tree, from the pith of the tree. The pith is this very center of the tree. And I believe what they did is drilled that out, because you can see rings around here as if though that it was a slow-grown tree. And then that's how they made the hub, I believe. I mean, the tire. And you can see the grain on the side of the wood. So that's how I think these were made. One of the challenging part was to come up with these spokes. Let me show you how I did that. What I have is some scraps of mahogany, and I just used my axe and my hewing axe and my mallet from my fro, and I just split off a piece of this and try to get the straightest grain as I can. It goes a little bit sideways in this piece, but it's possible to make spokes. So I'm going to start with this piece. I'm going to show you how I get this into a spoke. All right, so I'll round off the top, the front of it, just to get it in my drill, right? I just eyeball it. I get my drill, and I'll put it in my drill. If I can get it straight as I can. I turn it backwards so it goes against the grain on the sandpaper. That's basically how I did it. And then I'll get calipers and I'll check at the size to see if it's the right size, and I cut them the length. That lovely sound you hear in the background is an alarm they have out here that's been going on and off all day. It's so awesome. We're going to go ahead and take this hub off so we can easily access these old sprockets. And it's an acorn nut, so it's machined. Let's figure out how to take these spokes off the hub. They're all broken out of here, but I have to make these a little deeper, and I've got to get these out. And it doesn't look like, well, it may be drilled all the way through. Okay, now we've got to drill these holes out on the hub to stick into the inside of the rim, the tire. And I've already done a few of these, and they have to be drilled at a slight angle. So when this comes out, it'll go into the middle of the hub, right? So I'm going to show you how I did that. I've done a few. I've done all but I think 2 of them. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. It's sticking a little proud of the surface, so I just shave it down until it's flush so I can kind of see where the hole is. You know, the hole here. See how wobbled out that one was? That was like that. And I have an awl, and on this awl is, see how it's a triangle shape? That's to waller out the material, to dig out the material. So I'll center my awl inside the broken spoke, and then I'll turn it, and then that's going to start drilling out and centering the awl for that hole. This is the same jig setup I used for my test piece, and I'll set my spoke in there, or my hub, and then remember this, that's slanted, so this will put the spoke centered on my hub. I'm sorry for the shadow. So now I've got the right angle. I know how deep to go. Okay, I made this little jig to hold this thing together. It's the third attempt, but I think that I've got it where I can now mark the holes. I know that this came out this way, the trike, because the hub did, because I referred back to my pictures. Now I got to cut all those, and then once they're cut, I can stain them and then glue and then pull it out into the hub. That's the idea. Let's see if it works. I've only lost these things like 14 times already. Okay, so there's my pencil mark. My reference, then it goes like that. That one's in. Okay. There we go. Okay, I have them all in there. Took a minute. Now I'm gonna stain them, color them, do what I got to do, and then glue them in. Let's do that now. That's the original holes. That's the way it was lined up originally. So, try to put it back exactly like it was. That's going to be great. So to get the color I need for the spokes, I use the True Black, and I use this Mohawk product here. And with a combination of these, I can match these. I'm going to show you how well it matches. Here's a couple examples, just 2 examples that I went through, and this one's too dark. This is the one that I ended up coming up with, and look at the match right here. So you can see it matches pretty well. The idea is just to dip them in here like I did on my test pieces and wipe them down, and that gives that basic color that you need. It's almost already there, just with a little dip and a little spreading around of the color. I'm gonna go ahead and do all of these, and then we'll spray them. We'll spray them with this Mohawk product. We may not even have to do that. This is Tight Bond number 2 I'm using, and I've already made a mess. I didn't even start yet. If I can get it in that side, a little hole. I have to wipe this off, I guess, before I start. I didn't know I was going to be such a disaster. So to plug all the holes, I know folks have saying all the it, so you would it's not. I think you'll find it, so museum. And something that's it. It's supposed to tighten up and make it on. So have it out of the way for the kids, go to the museum, find the repairs, and get something around, which will be good. All right, this side. All right, here we go. This is the tricky part, is to line these up and get them going. The first 2 are really hard to do. Okay, I think I got them all in there. Making me a little nervous. Okay, just need to straighten that hub out. Came out really nice. Matches. We didn't have to use Mohawk products, so our concept, our practice worked very well. There's the repair. It's the back left wheel, and so we're ready and we're set. We have the little trike working, all ready to go. This is the wheel we just fixed. Looks like the other ones. All ready and set for the museum.